welcome back to Removing the Mask. I'm doing something a little different today because I had to do it while it hit me, right? So today I'm just going to speak with you about a few tips that I used, or how I was able to walk away from that abusive relationship many years ago. One of the things that I did and I had to recognize was I was depending more on him to make me happy, right? So I had to now find something that was fulfilling to self. Once I found what was fulfilling to self, that was also including my goals, going back to school, becoming who I wanted to become and who I am today, I knew that I had to now stop listening to all his lies and reasons as to why and why not. I had to put my foot down and no longer focus on having him make our relationship versus me being a part of, right? Because we let ourselves go. We lose ourselves so much, right? So one of the things that I did was learning self, gaining self-confidence, putting self first. The other thing was I no longer listened to his excuses and we're going to change this time, I'm going to do this, I promise, all that left because we have been through it so many times before. I also started working out. I started looking into different programs, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I started doing all sorts of things building me. So, and then having a son, I was able to also reflect and look at his life and see that everything that I had been through, he had been through as well. So I had to make that decision that rather I'm going to continue to try and nurture this partner in my life and be his mom, because that's pretty much what we end up being. Is either I wanted to be his mom, so I had to decide, do I want to have 2 children or 1, right? Okay, I knew I didn't want to have that. Then I sat down and wrote down all my pros and cons, all the things that I liked about him, and all the things that I liked and what my dreams of what a real relationship should look like. And then I also reflected on how that relationship really made me feel, right? So how I walked away and stayed away was because I started investing in self. Once I invested in self, it allowed me to realize that this is not what I wanted, and it started me to seek my further goals, which was going back to school and doing all these things. So, and staying away. So once you start building self up and learning who you truly are, you no longer want to hear those stories. You no longer want to be a part of anything that makes you sick. So today, as I give you this little bit of tips on my life and how I got away, I pray that you go through your relationship and you do some soul searching. Sit down, jot down all the pros and cons, and really sit down and realize who you are. Have you looked in the mirror lately to see how many things you're doing for self? Do you even know what you want to do for self? Right? So take our time this weekend to sit down and just go through your pros and cons, your do's and don'ts, and what is it that you want? And if this relationship doesn't reflect what you want now, not what you want it to be, what you want now, it's time to let it go. I am Tina Laws, founder of Under Construction, and I choose to continue to remove my mask so that I can give someone else the courage to remove theirs. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday as I'm driving, right?